Have you ever woken up exhausted before the journey began? Not because you were stopped, but because the distance ahead looked too heavy to survive. Most people don't quit because they lack physical strength. They quit because the psychological weight of the remaining distance becomes too much to carry. Beneath a merciless sun, a turtle carries a shell heavier than her own body across an endless, cracked road. Every step is slow and quiet. While others laugh and wait for her to stop, she follows a single rule that changes everything. We are often told to keep our eyes on the prize, but staring at the horizon can actually destroy your momentum. It serves as a constant, glaring reminder of your current deficit, making every inch you gain feel insignificant compared to the miles that remain. This wide-angle view invites a specific kind of noise. As the turtle walks, rabbits rush past in groups, kicking up dust and shouting that she'll never finish at that speed. They vanish into the distance within seconds. She eventually reaches a donkey sitting by a broken cart. He looks empty. He explains that he quit because no matter how much effort he gave, he realized how far behind he still was. He looked at the future so often that today became unbearable. Staring at the whole journey makes it easy to measure your starting point against someone else's midpoint. That comparison creates a false sense of failure, even when you are moving exactly as you should. Looking at the horizon does not provide motivation. It amplifies feelings of inadequacy and gives power to the external voices telling you to quit. Then the friction increases. A storm arrives quickly. Rain crashes against the shell, and the road becomes a slippery mess of mud. Every movement requires double the effort for half the result. Life rarely breaks us with one giant catastrophe. Instead, it uses small exhaustions, minor daily struggles repeated so many times that the heart quietly loses its strength. The turtle slips, then stops completely. She pulls herself beneath a tree and looks out into the dark, endless road. There is no proof that her suffering means anything, just more distance and more struggle. When unexpected friction combines with a wide-angle view of an endless future, the next step begins to feel mathematically impossible. The next morning, the storm is gone. As the turtle steps back onto the road, she notices something strange. Her most intense moments of suffering didn't happen while she was walking. They happened when she stopped to look at the whole journey at once. This sprawling path represents a massive goal. Holding the entire journey in mind creates immense pressure. Tunnel vision is a necessary defense. You lower your gaze, limiting reality to the immediate ground. You stop carrying tomorrow's weight, focusing only on the next step. Shrinking your scope of reality allows the brain to process a goal that is otherwise too massive to hold. It turns an impossible journey into a series of survivable moments. The external conditions never improved. The sun was still cruel, and the birds still mocked her. But their voices no longer entered her heart. Peace returned, simply because she stopped asking how much farther she had to go. She gave all her attention to the ground beneath her feet. One step, then another. Eventually, the road changed. One morning, she saw home. There was no crowd, no celebration, and no applause. But for the first time in a very long while, she felt light inside. The longest journeys become survivable the moment you stop trying to consume them all at once. You are likely carrying heavy things that nobody else can see: the weight of fear, the crush of responsibilities, and your silent battles. If you feel like you're losing, it's likely because you are staring at the mountain instead of the path. Discipline is the quiet, unglamorous choice to wake up entirely exhausted and focus only on the next micro-action. It is the wisdom to stop frightening yourself with tomorrow. Strength is simply waking up again, continuing again, trying once again, no matter what. One step, then another. You do not need to solve your whole life tonight. You only need to survive the next step. One day, you will realize you survived a journey that once looked impossible.